peeps. I am doing a pre-tarot vibe and chill right now. I think I probably will talk a little bit about updates on Diddy and other things as well. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to go into that, but I am going to be doing a tarot reading after this. Probably do a collective reading, but we'll see. We will see. The thing is that I don't want to get too much in reporting on that stuff as far as like what's going on with Diddy and all this other stuff, because the objective of my channel is to help people to connect with themselves more than anything else, and talking about what's going on in the world is not really connecting you with yourself or to yourself. So even though sometimes I like talking about that, sometimes it's kind of like I don't want to overdo it, and also I want to focus on other things too, like different healing related things, basically self-development related things. So like I said, I probably will do a reading for both, but okay. So but yeah, just over here thinking about different things. So, man, I don't even know where to start. Diddy is being sued now by somebody who has a whole shit ton of receipts. Some woman who won a radio contest back in 2006, and her sister were flown out there. I'm trying to think, how did the situation unfold? Oh, that's right, okay. But yeah, so now he's being accused of that. But I don't know, I'm kind of tired of talking about that. So I think it's important to look at objective of mission. And that's basically what I was doing in my head, is like, you know, so yeah, everyone. I don't know, there's a lot of different things I could talk about, but I wish I could gauge a little bit more like what people like to hear on the lives, you know? That would be good to know sometimes, to get an idea of what people like to hear about, you know? What's helpful, or what do you like to hear about on these lives? Or just what's entertaining, you know? My bad. But yeah, it would be helpful to know stuff like that, because I don't know. But I just need to really get back to, oh Jesus, I'm so sorry, I can't get this screen to, I can't get this screen to zoom out to save my life. Hang on. Okay, but yeah, so it would be good to know, but it's like people say shit in the chat, but the thing that's weird is like the only people that ever say anything in the chat are people who they talk regularly in here. It's like people that, you know, it's like the same few people. So it would be good to know, if you're able to say something in the chat or want to, what type of content you like to see that I post. Cause yeah, it's just good to know what people want to see in here, but yeah, it just feels sometimes like that Diddy stuff is distracting, and or just like, I don't want to say it's a distraction, but I don't know, I'd rather focus on what I need to fix in my own life or work on in my own life. Rather than focus on a bunch of stuff I can't control anyway, you know. Yeah, I've been trying to walk outside lately, but it's just been so fucking cold. So I'm gonna have to come up with another solution at this point to be able to exercise, because I was able to do that like a couple of years ago. But I think the only reason I'm not now is because it's cold. So I just gotta get a winter coat, a proper winter coat, and one that's like big and like long, you know? So yeah, I gotta get a winter coat because I don't have one. So that's why I don't like to walk outside for too long, because it's just like, it's so unbearable. I do not know what I was thinking putting on mascara. This shit is irritating me. It's like all in my eye. But yeah, like, I just gotta find something else. I just feel like when winter comes around, I just like wait till it's over. You know, it's good. Just in general, there's just this sense of like, okay. But you know, it doesn't feel like it ends up lasting that long, because daylight is so short that I don't know. But I appreciate every season and different aspects of life. You know, the snow can be a pain in the ass, but it's like really beautiful in a lot of ways too. So I like to appreciate Mother Nature, Mother Earth, Gaia. Regardless. So, like I was saying before, guys, if there's any particular content that you like that I post, please feel free to let me know in the chat or in any comment section on any of my videos, really, because that helps me to gauge what people want to see, and then therefore I can provide what is wanting to be seen, you know. I do want to do a reading on Janae Bryan. I posted the other night a potential live for her, and she went missing. My bad. She went missing in LA. Okay, she went missing in LA in October. Former Cornell student, so clearly very intelligent individual. Went missing in LA a couple months ago, and just still can't find her, but I think she was involved with somebody, her sister said. And so it's just weird. It's weird that like nobody's talking about it, or doesn't really, you know, it's not like with Hannah Kobayashi where it's like everywhere and the whole family was looking for her. It's like only Janae, my bad. I think that's how she says her name, but I could be wrong about that. Either way, it's just her sister, as far as I've seen. Could be more of her family members that are looking for her, but yeah, Janae Bryan. The other one is Kanika Jenkins. another unsolved case that I had thought there was more, um, what am I trying to say? Like, closure with that case. I thought there had been closure with that case or more closure, but my boyfriend brought it to my attention, um, recently, today, I think. Yeah, today. That there's like theories on what happened to her. I think those sound like conspiracy theories, to me, or like not. I think people are reaching with a little bit of information, the one bit of the information that I was told, but yeah, they found her in the freezer, but um, people are like, what really happened? And now people are saying too, or I've heard, my boyfriend told me again, that um, they're saying that she was killed before she was put in the freezer, basically. So it's not like she died, like froze to death in the freezer. Which, by the way, would be such a horrendous way to pass. And I pray for anybody that has had, oh my God, oh my gosh, not pray for anybody who's had to go through that, but pray for, I don't even fucking know, that nobody ever has to go through that again, ever. Which is also not realistic, but whatever. I don't get how humans came to be so insane and sick. It's like, what happened? Like, what one human started tainting the human population with this shit? Because, like, the first murder ever recorded, I think, was somewhere. Actually, I'm gonna Google it. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. I guess. I guess the first ever recorded murder was in 1600. So humans have been evil for quite some time. Not all humans, but just okay. Some humans. Oh no. So yeah, that's when the first recorded murder in the United States ever was in 1630. So my point, the only reason I looked that up was because I was talking about how messed up human beings are. And I wondered, like, when people started keeping track of it. I'm sure it was happening before that, but I don't know. Either way, those were the two readings that I was thinking of. There's other readings I want to do for missing people. Asha Degree, as I've said, April Summers, who went missing at the same age as me. She was born in the same year as me, and she would be the same age as me, but she vanished at the age of 14. It's just so weird to think about stuff like that. But I'm thinking of doing readings for them, and then trying to think. I gotta figure out other readings to do. I might start doing readings for different signs. Probably like Libra, Leo, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, but yeah, maybe something like that. It's really a nice vibe in here in general. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm facing the screen, but I should sit a different way. Hi, Burley, because dang, it's just seriously a vibe. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna do a black light tarot reading. So you guys, after this, in a little bit, I am going to do a reading with my black light tarot deck. And it glows in the black light, because that all of these lights are black lights, and that's spooky girl art. Put whatever it is that you put on there to make it glow in black light. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that. People. Oh, Pearl's eating. Hi, Pearl. She always stretches when she eats. I don't get why. I don't know. Psst. Hi, Burley. You guys, look at my bun. Oh my gosh, it's just perfect. Perfect. What? Oh wow, look at how that looks. Oh my gosh. It's like one of those like kaleidoscope things. You know what I'm talking about? Also, you know why I like spooky girl art? Okay, there's a lot of reasons why. So this is spooky girl art. This is her art. She's one of my favorites. I love her stuff because the bright colors remind me of Lisa Frank. You know, Lisa Frank. The woman who made those bright coloring books. Yeah. Also, guys, I watched a video about Justin Bieber and his wife. I watched a video, and after watching the video, I've come to the conclusion that he seems like he's kind of emotionally abusive and controlling, which is exactly what Selena Gomez said. Okay? Selena Gomez, when she got out of that relationship with Justin Bieber, also, do you notice the glowing eyes on here? Look at how sweet that looks with the glowing eyes. That's why I put the lights right there, because I wanted the eyes to glow. But anyway, I was watching a video and it was talking about their marriage and just talking about how dysfunctional, like they showed a lot of like videos that where he was like just being rude to her or dismissive or just weird. I don't know, just or doing certain things that to me are definitely crossing the line, like things that are subtle enough to where it's like, oh, like maybe how do I explain this? And this is where it's concerning to me, because speaking of Diddy, it's probably a huge reason, like Justin Bieber's actions were probably heavily, how do I put this? He was around Diddy from a very young age, Justin Bieber, and so he probably saw a lot as far as like him being angry and how he handles conflict. And I mean, P. Diddy is definitely a narcissist, definitely abusive, and has an abusive mindset. And so Justin Bieber had no support from his dad. His dad's kind of a loser, and his mom is pretty negligent. She just kind of let him go off with Diddy. And, you know, I think since he was about, I don't know, I think, was he 13 or 14 or 15 or something? It was somewhere between 13 and 15. And those are important years. And so it's just kind of like he was around Diddy a lot, Justin Bieber. And so no wonder he's treating his wife the way that he's treating her, the way we see in these videos. And she, in interviews, you know, says, oh no, he's so sweet, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you know, maybe he is at times. I'm sure he is. Abusive people are at times. But he's also emotionally abusive, and we've seen that on video. I saw that in this video in probably a handful or more of videos showing him doing things that were just kind of obviously, some of them could have been taken out of context, though, I will say, but one of them that I saw for sure was like, okay. And then just like disrespectful, ignorant. And then also, okay, I did find this to be really odd, and this seems like something an abusive person would do. So, the person whose video I was watching, they talked about his wife, Hailey Bieber. And I want to talk about this because this is like psychology and trauma related, because this is what happens. And so I'm just showing you kind of like how scary these predators are and the negative influence that they have on people's lives, and then how it kind of has a trickle down effect and impacts other people because it's impacted those people, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like, it seems like that's what's happened. And so what was it? Oh, that's right. Okay, so apparently Justin Bieber's wife, Hailey, has her own makeup line or something like that, and she had like her, I don't know what you call it, like grand opening or something like that, or like, yeah, something like that. And so like obviously, you know, she had to get dressed up and go to this thing, and you know, and you would expect Justin Bieber, being her husband, that he would be supportive and that he would get dressed up and want to make himself look good and make both of them look good as a couple. And it's not just about image, but it is about respect. It is about consideration of the person you're with. And basically, he went to this grand opening with her with sweatpants on and a zipped up hoodie without a shirt underneath it, with the hoodie basically halfway zipped down, with the hood up, scrunched up and tied, with a baseball hat on top of the hood, with Crocs, bright yellow Crocs. Come on. She's wearing a fancy red dress and high heels. That is not respectful or considerate or okay to do to the person you're with. I don't care what type of mood you're in, get over it. You're an adult. It should not be an issue to get dressed up and go support your wife at her grand opening for something, you know? It just came off as very bratty, very shitty, very selfish, very inconsiderate. And that's just not what you do to the person you're in a relationship with, especially because paparazzi was all over that shit and took pictures of her and him with him wearing sweatpants and a zip-up hoodie with the hood up, looking ridiculous with Crocs. And it seems kind of humiliating to her and embarrassing to her, and it's kind of a slap in the face to her. Like, I don't know, because it's like she gets dressed up and goes to all of his events because he's obviously famous as fuck. But my issue is the fact that she's so supportive of him. She'll go on the red carpet with him to whatever, all of these stupid things for his music, but he can't even go to one grand opening of hers and dress up and be respectful and respectable and kind and considerate and supportive and encouraging and excited for the person that he's with. That's emotionally abusive. And so people have spotted this and pointed this out, basically. And I would say I definitely agree at this point. There's behaviors that are red flags. And no wonder, you know, Selena Gomez talked about this. She talked about how Justin Bieber was emotionally abusive. She was honest about it. Well, that's because she's actually freaking famous and she's a billionaire. And Hailey Bieber, on the other hand, is not really famous. She's just connected to a famous person. Alec Baldwin, my bad. So I'm only talking about this to say that people like Diddy create damage in these types of ways, because I'm sure he saw Diddy act this way. His dad, Justin Bieber's dad, was not in his life barely at all. So it would have been more likely that he would have picked up these maladaptive coping behaviors from Diddy when he was around him as an early teenager, practically, almost preteen, practically, shit. And that's why he acts the way he does in relationships. And so that just causes a lot of damage. It just seems like this man has caused a lot of damage, and he deserves to be where he is. But yeah, I do feel for her. I don't know. I'm not sure why people hate on her so much when really they should be hating on him, because he's the problem, not her. She, to me, sounds like she's trying to support him. She's doing normal stuff. He's doing stuff that is like red flag-ish. He seems kind of like, you know, douchey and entitled and assholey in these videos I've seen of Justin Bieber. Like, he's just rude.